Mel Dillon. This is my guitar, one of my favorite instruments. Basically, I play the accordion, banjo, and mandolin at most of the jams. The rest are mainly for my own entertainment, you might say. Ones you won't find on the film here are the accordion, the keyboard, and the drums. Also missing is another guitar which I keep in my truck for emergency jam sessions. Back in 1953, I decided I wanted to take accordion lessons. So my dad had bought a 12-button accordion, and I'd taken 6 lessons before the lady had to quit because I was playing all by ear. After that, about 4 years later, I had heard Johnny Cash when he was getting started on the radio, and that was the start of my, per se, musical career, because 6 weeks later I was playing the guitar and singing at a Christmas concert. My favorite overall always has been Johnny Cash, and as even my yearbook from high school, I was listed as Southie's own Johnny Cash. I think the crown of all my performances was the Carlton Trail Jamboree just a year ago. This is my favorite instrument. It's a Samick electric acoustic. It's got all your tuners and everything built right in. It's the Greg Bennett model. I've had it for a couple of years since I went, per se, professional jamming. It works well for me. It sounds great. I used it to record my first CD a couple of weeks ago. It sounded just beautiful. When I decided I wanted to start playing guitar, well, my mom showed me a chord, my dad showed me a chord, and I was going with those two. And from that, every time I played with somebody or anybody that could show me something, that's what I learned, and I picked it up, practiced it, and kept on playing it in my bedroom for several years till I learned something new again. So you'd probably, from that you'd take that I've been pretty mostly self-taught. I remember my high school years when I was supposed to be studying, I'd play a couple hours every night just in the bedroom. Instead of studying, I was strumming my guitar and singing. So I did that for many years, got a little older, do a few parties. Of course, I would suspect a little alcohol might have been involved, so it didn't matter how you sounded or how loud, you just sang and played when very few people seemed to have been playing in them days. I never really got playing a lot till about 2.5 years ago now, when I ran into a jam session at Spears, Saskatchewan, very close here, and since then I was hooked. I've been playing at every place that I could find an audience or somebody to listen to or play with. So, and as for when I started, I guess I'd have been 8 or 9 years old when I first started on the accordion. As the rest of my family, my dad used to play a little bit of violin. My mom, again, I think that's the only time I've ever seen her play the guitar also. But they did know the chords, so they must have strummed at one time. But my dad was the musical person. And there was 5 of us boys. I was the only one really with any musical ability. As far as a career, I imagine it would have been all right if I'd have stuck with one instrument long enough to really get good at it, but I prefer to play them all if I could, or learn them all, and just be good enough to be able to play them is all I'd like to do. There's still probably 100 wind instruments I'd like to learn, but I don't think I'm going to live that long. So no, I don't think a career in music would have suited me. I'm just here to get my baby out of jail. Hey, warden, I'm just here to get my baby out of jail. That's the mandolin. I'm just here to get my baby out of jail. Hey, warden, I'm just here to get my baby out of jail. A little bit out of tune there. One wide apart, she held her darling to her heart. She kissed her darling boy and then she died. But smiling, she kissed her baby boy and then she died. But smiling, she kissed her baby boy and then she died.